Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings. It's been a long time since I did one for the man them. It's not really for the man them, it's for everyone, but yeah, it's just my little catchphrase. One for the man them by the man them. Okay, so there's been a lot of talk of mental health and ensuring that we check on each other, that kind of thing. So I wanted to touch on a time for myself personally where was I going through depression? I don't know. I don't know if I was going through depression, but I'll try to explain how I was feeling, what was going on in my mind at the time, and see if that makes any kind of sense at all. So it was roughly a year ago, and yeah, it's to do with relationships and sometimes questioning why you're in a relationship, what's happening, is it the right one? Is it the right one? Are you doing the right thing? You with the right person? And I just didn't know. And it got to a point where I was questioning myself so much so that I lost who I was. Like I didn't know this was happening at the time. It's like a very trivial thing, like nothing major, like just, but I think at the time I was thinking about my future, my life, things are happening, having a child. I've got some vlogs about that as well, by the way. Having a child, and it was a lot of things happening at the same time and not being able to see light at the end of the tunnel. The things that you think, would have been easy, things you think that would have been straightforward, it was just a lot. And I didn't know what to do. Didn't know who to talk to, didn't know what to say, didn't know what to think. Couldn't really explain, but I just know I wasn't feeling myself. I felt down. I felt hopeless, and that I just didn't know. I'm thankful that I didn't get to a point where I was thinking, okay, I want to kill myself or anything like that. So that's why I don't know if I could use the word depression. But I would assume that kind of feeling would lead to something like depression. Because it has to start somewhere. And potentially it could be something that gradually builds. So afterwards, it was to do with being in a relationship and dealing with that and not knowing what I wanted, and it was hard because it's like, for me personally, I spent a lot of years trying to figure out what I should do, where I should be, who I should be with, and then you think you get it right, and then you start questioning yourself, like, is it? Am I the right? And I'd go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and I was just gliding. I think maybe drivers might understand this. Sometimes you're driving and you'll get to your destination and you're like, hold on, I don't remember part of the journey, or you just kind of go into autopilot. Or sometimes, whatever it might be, you just go into autopilot, like you're at work or you're going home and you're just going through the motions and you're not yourself. And this I only realized afterwards, and I had to talk to the man. Them, I had to like, boy, like, I don't know what's going on, but and I was able to talk about it, get off my chest, speak. So I'm so thankful that I have people in my lives that I can talk to and express myself to, and feel without ridicule, because uh, a lot of times we go through things and we think, oh, if I tell someone, they're gonna call me soft, or they're gonna call me an idiot, or like something, like you're gonna get cussed for something. But I'm very fortunate. I'll get cussed, obviously, jokes wise and that kind of thing. But you know, I feel like I have a safe place with my people them, that I can actually have open and honest discussions with, and get open and honest feedback. Even if I'm doing a madness, if I'm doing a nonsense, they would tell me like, listen, you need to fix up. We need to pattern that. Something. And I think that we all need that in our lives. We need strong people in our corner who can be honest with us. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to be brutally honest. That is detrimental to you, but being able to give honest feedback in a constructive way is a skill. Not everybody has it. Some people think that just by blurting things out and stuff, you should do this, you have to do this. Why ain't it? No, that's not necessarily always the best way. But always see if you can have people in your corner that you trust and that you have a safe place to talk to, that they're there for you. And likewise, check on your people, because you never know. As man, then we really don't want to chat to no one, because we're supposed to be the breadwinner. We're supposed to be the leader of the house. We're supposed to be the head. Like, there's so much. You're supposed to be this and you're supposed to be that. But at the same time, no one's teaching you how you're supposed to be doing all these things. So, try not to take the pressures of society and expectations on your shoulder, and go with your heart, go with your gut, go with your feeling, go with your intuition, go with your instinct, go with what you feel. You don't want to ever say what if. You don't want to say I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just always be true to yourself. Because sometimes if you play a role, if you're not true to yourself, if you don't do the things that you said you was gonna do, then maybe you're missing out on what you're supposed to experience. Maybe you're missing out on what you're supposed to feel. Maybe you're missing out on what you're supposed to be really doing and really enjoying. Yeah. So that was my bit for mental health. And I do recall as well being told that somebody saw me on the bus walking home, and they said I looked like I was lost. So sometimes even outsiders can probably see that you're not with it, you're not yourself, But if you ever feel like that, please, if you can't get to counselors and counseling and that, find someone that you trust, that you believe in, and have a safe place that you can just offload and get whatever it is off your mind, because you don't want to become like a pressure cooker and you don't know whether you can turn left or right, up or down, or who you can turn to. And if you have a partner, hopefully that's a partner that you can talk to and be honest with and express yourself, not feel like you're losing points or the person will be less attracted to you, or whatever the case may be. But I guess these are all parts of the reasons why we choose the people that we're with, because they provide us with that, or they potentially can provide us with that. So yeah, because mental health in this day and age, I think can easily go unnoticed, because there's so many distractions. You can just log onto Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, whatever it is, and you can forget. But it doesn't mean it's forgotten, So try your best to utilize the resources that you have, and hopefully this will be of help to at least one person in the whole entire world. Who knows? But yeah, blessings and love. Peace. To the next episode.